Friends of ENDU Channel, welcome to a new episode of School of Skimo, Ski Mountaineering Explained Well. The sun rises behind us. Michele, what are we doing today?
Today we are in Bormio, and I will show you the descent. I will explain all the tricks and techniques to tackle the descent without fear. How do you feel about your downhill skills, Laura?
Gosh, Michael, you're my guide and I'm here to learn too, so, well, let's say I'm doing okay.
That's totally fine, don't worry. You'll see that we'll have fun.
Hi, I'm Laura Scaravanati.
I am Michael Coultry.
An Alpine guide from Bormio. Bormio is the capital of ski mountaineering. Today, we are in the Millet area, where our route begins.
Exactly. Today we are on one of the most beautiful routes in Bormio, and definitely the easiest, the most suitable for starting ski mountaineering and practicing it. We are in the Millet area at an altitude of 1,400 meters, and today the snow conditions are excellent. There is the option to start a bit higher on the route in the Alforte area at an altitude of 1,600 meters. In case of poor snow conditions, we can go up either by car or by taking the first section of the ski lift.
And how long will today's outing last, more or less?
Today will be an easy route. It ascends very gently, taking about a couple of hours. We're not focused on time, we won't be going with a stopwatch. Instead, we'll enjoy a beautiful outing to have a meal at the hut, and most importantly, the descent, which is what we need today.
Absolutely, let's go!
Oh, but what about the skins?
Oh no.
You still haven't put on the skins? Are they still in your backpack? I told you to put them on at home. Come on, we don't have time to waste, or they'll steal all the polenta from us. Hurry up!
We're ready to go. Safety first, I've already turned on my ARTVA. How about you?
Perfect, then let's check it and turn it on. And let's do our group check to see if it works. Perfect, you are active.
Let's start the activity.
Whatever.
Another thing to start. And now let's go, Michael. Come on. Wow, Michele, where have you taken me? The view here is spectacular, and there's even the Grand Zebru.
You can see the Grand Zebru, which is the highest mountain in Valfurva at 3,850 meters. You can see several peaks, the ridge, and you can already catch a glimpse of the Forni Glacier and Valfurva. It's a beautiful basin, and we have a lovely day today.
Michele, we need to make this little downhill connection to get back on our original path after the beautiful detour. Do we have to take off the skins?
No, we are not required to take off the skins, especially on this one, which is a military road, so it has a very gentle slope. We can easily keep the skins on so that we don't have to change our setup from ascent to descent, and back to ascent again, because we will continue on our path afterward.
3 tricks to avoid falling on the first turn.
First of all, the climbing skins slow us down while we go down, so we shouldn't be afraid. The disadvantage is that we have the boot unlocked. So, a little trick. We can lock the boot in the descent setting.
Okay. Done.
Exactly. This way we can stiffen our boot a little. Now we need to go down. Let's ski down in parallel, very calmly. Keep your weight slightly on your heels, always centered, and let the skis carry you. You can also do a little snow plow, no problem.
All right. Oh, I've never done it before.
Let's give it a try.
Let's go. I'll follow you. One of the most beautiful aspects of ski mountaineering is the freedom to explore unspoiled places. But how can you reach them without difficulty? Maggiore auto noleggio services allow you to leave whenever you want, without relying on public transport. You can reach Bormio or any other Alpine location with all the equipment you need. Additionally, Maggiore Auto Noleggio allows you, through the Maggiore Club, to enjoy exclusive benefits. Membership is completely free, and you can, for example, rent snow chains at no extra cost, or receive immediate discounts on rentals, along with many other advantages.
Feels like it's a start, and I will stay in comfortable silence. I won't talk about myself in violence. Ever since you, ever since you.
Well done, Laura. We've reached the summit. Now we prepare to go down. First of all, we need to set our skis for the descent. Let's always remember that it's advisable to start with the downhill ski, so we have more balance. Then, we just need to tighten the toe piece and give a little tap with the back part. Okay, go a little further ahead. Okay, little tap and the boot is secured to the ski.
Good.
Okay.
I do the same thing again.
Same thing with the other one.
Okay.
Do it on your own now that you're an expert.
I like this boost of confidence. We'll leave it like this in front.
We'll leave it lowered in front because if we fall, it needs to be able to release exactly.
Perfect. So I feel ready, but we're in some fresh snow here.
Okay, so here we have a little bit of fresh snow. We've gone a bit off the track because we want to show some techniques used for off-piste skiing. Easy techniques that might come in handy when we are traversing these well-equipped and marked paths. And maybe we can't make it all the way to the end of the trail and have to do a little bit, perhaps a small connection of a few dozen meters off-piste to get back on the slope. Okay, so compared to alpine skiing, there are a few differences. First of all, the equipment we use is a bit lighter. Okay, so we will feel a bit more softness even when we press on the shin. The classic position of alpine skiing where we press will feel softer, it will flex a bit more. The characteristic of off-piste skiing is that we do not use the edges, so we don't need to apply force to deform the ski and make our turn as we are used to doing on the slope.
It sounds difficult when put that way.
No, it's not difficult, it's the opposite. You need to ski more relaxed, so there's no need to force it all the time. Instead, we'll stay much more centered, with our weight balanced on the ski, and we'll simply lighten the weight, the load we apply to the ski. So, to change direction, instead of pushing to use the edges, we will pull our knees in, which lightens the ski so it floats a bit better, and then we will change direction. Here, there's a suitable path. We have a moderate incline, and we can control our speed. It's important to always control our speed at the beginning. Just like regular skiing, to stop, we can normally open the snowplow.
That always saves me.
It always saves everyone, and there's no danger, okay?
All right, come on, let's give it a try.
Okay, Laura, how did the first approach feel to you?
Well, aside from the fall on the first turn, that's okay. When I start to sink into the fresh snow, I instinctively want to lean back a lot.
Well, the instinct is to protect oneself, so one tends to sit back, like the instinct to curl up. In reality, we need to stay centered. I mentioned earlier not to force the forward position, meaning we don't have to push all the time, but I didn't say before that the shin should always be in contact. I need to always feel the boot pressing against my shin, okay? This way, we know we are centered. We just shouldn't lean too far forward because it's not necessary.
Let's give it another try.
Let's give it another try. The slope here is a bit gentler. We'll take a first step, so we'll do a normal diagonal. On parallel skiing, when we reach the end of the diagonal we need to make, we set up the turn by slightly opening the uphill ski into a snowplow. We'll make the turn in a snowplow until halfway through the turn or at the beginning of the turn. If you don't feel comfortable, you can do the whole turn down like that. It's not a problem. We'll do the snowplow turn and then close it back up.
keep going. Come on. All right, we are back on the slope. I'm feeling a bit more confident.
Do you feel more relaxed? That's good. Very good. It's also right not to force it the first few times and not to only do off-piste. These trails, these paths are specifically meant for going down on the slope.
But it was interesting because at least, I understood what position to maintain for these little connections. Then I need to adjust a bit.
As with everything, you can adapt. For now, it's going great. You've started to understand how balance works on the ski. Now let's do some exercises on the slope that will help us improve this aspect, okay? So, we'll simply make wide turns in parallel skis while doing our diagonals, okay? I'll show you what we'll do to improve. I touch the boot with my shin, and I touch the boot with my calf. So, forward and backward, as if it were the rocking motion of a ship. While we are in a diagonal, between one diagonal and the next, we will do this little exercise slowly and try to understand what true centrality is. Let's try to make a smooth turn. And simply between one diagonal and the next, let's try this little exercise of moving forward and backward, which gives us a bit of confidence to understand when we are leaning back and when we are skiing centered.
Okay, let's try it.
Okay, ready?
Yes.
Go! Follow me, let's stay together. The main characteristic of off-piste snow is that it is always different. We will always find it different. Every day it will be different. Even throughout the day, it changes. So it's a continuous adaptation to the characteristics of the incline, but also the snow, compared to the slope where we have the same homogeneous snow. And so this requires a bit more effort at the beginning to understand it. Let's repeat the same exercise with slightly wider turns. Let's add breathing, that is. Let's exhale at the end of the turn. Let's do it. Inhale while turning. At the end of the turn, exhale, and let's do a bit of forward and backward. While relaxing, the idea is I'm going to relax. Whistling works very well too. Okay, Laura, we've reached the end. Now, we've earned a nice lunch. You did great.
I'm also getting dessert.
Also dessert, well done. I agree, it's a good idea. Ready, go.
Thank you. Let's go.
Here we are.
Michele, I've left you behind.
You were so fast.
We've reached the end of this episode. We've seen the descent techniques, some tricks, and what else. We need to move on to other episodes and explore many important things.
Yes, there are still a few things to see.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next episode of School of Skimo.
School of Skimo.